Thanks for joining us. So today we are at the Multimedia University of Kenya, and we are with the student leaders. So recently they had a demonstration. There was a student strike and they were sharing their grievances to the public. So I'm here with them today and I want them to tell you what exactly they've been facing and the challenges they're facing that led them to the strike. So we are here with the student leaders. So you can just talk.
My name is Gadesha Miranda. I'm currently pursuing Bachelor of Arts in Journalism. And one of the four main reasons as to why we were striking as a school, first of all, it's due to lack of electricity. The sockets are damaged within various hostels. We have less water or simply no water that is contributing to poor sanitation of us, especially the ladies. Wi-Fi, that is internet connectivity, we are having so many delays, especially when we are doing research on assignments given. And lastly, the chairs, which are supposed to be necessitated by the school, they are very few, and we are struggling to wake up to read in morning hours, and there are no chairs. Yeah.
So do you think it's a problem with the management or it's the government which has not allocated the funds?
Um, I think it's more of the school management, but some of these factors also are contributed by the government because you cannot blame the school's management if they do not have one source, which is the government. The government is the vital role player here, and so the school has to look up to the government. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Michael Yogo. I'm a business student in the faculty. Uh, because of the wrangles and strikes that have been here, we had a problem with the administration due to the lack of good management around. We faced some water shortage in the environment, making it not conducive for human stay in the school. Again, we had some problem of the new funding model which the government was trying to silence us about. But we also know very well that our brothers and sisters back at home are also in the verge of willingness to be in campus. But the new funding model cannot allow them to pursue their dreams because the cost of education is getting to be high. Yet the government claim that is a free education country. So in that our strike, though we didn't put out clear, but in our grievances, the new funding model was also part of our strike. We also had some lack of good infrastructure. Like when you look around, we cannot have hostels that don't have the requirements of a standardization of living. Like a basic thing like water, another basic thing like cleanliness and sanitation in the rooms. We have our ladies around, and cleanliness is very vital to a girl child. So in our strike, that was also a point of putting more pressure on. Another thing was the manner in which we are here because of education, and because of that education, we need the process to learn to run smoothly. So we needed some facilitation in the rooms of halls of studies, where we have a shortage of chairs. We have poor electricity connections around. We also have poor Wi-Fi connection. We know that the world is, by the way, our school is, the motto is riding on technology. So we wanted to ride on that technology. But up to this point, we are still crawling on that technology. So we are also in our grievances, we wish that the school will consider the Wi-Fi connectivity, because much is done online. Much of the things nowadays is just done online. The lecturer has to do only 20%. The remaining 80% should be for a student. The only way the student can access that information is through online, and the only way they can facilitate that is by good data connectivity. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm Chief Governor,
President.
the biggest or the first agenda why as students we came out on Tuesday peacefully fight for our rights was one, water shortage. In our school, one of the sources of the main sources of our school was intentionally cut off. So there was no water supply. Hostels, areas of residence where we can have our meals, classes. So there was no way we could stay for an entire week where we are not access to water. On the issue of water again, we also got pissed off because now the county government of Nairobi and the sub-county of Langata intentionally cut off our water supply, telling us that our pipe is contaminated and they cannot continue supplying us with water. Despite us having an internal source, that internal source cannot sustain the entire institution. So I'm calling upon, that is this county level, the water county council, and the sub-county that is led by Honorable Jalam. We call you as the students of Multimedia that please make sure that our water connectivity is back. Make sure that the water sources that we normally use is back, because there is no way or it's impossible for us in the entire 24 hours to get access to water for only 5 to 6 hours. How about the remaining 19 hours? What will our comrades use? What will our beautiful ladies use? Our second issue was about management of the school. As you know, and as I also inform you, at the moment we have an acting administration. When I say acting, we have an acting VC by the name Professor Rospolo Maranga. We have an acting DVC academic part. We have an acting DVC the administration and finance planning. Why am I bringing this out? In our management, most or the entire administration cannot make some candid deliberations or decisions because they are not confirmed to fully manage the school. For them to give us a fully or a solution to cap water shortage, these people must be confirmed. Therefore, we are calling to the ministry, we are calling to the government that you guys must confirm our administration as soon as possible.
After 6 months.
Our VC have been acting since December last year. That was on December 2023. Today we are at September 2024. That is more than 7 months. As per the constitution, a VC should be acting for only 6 months. But now, as students and as comrades, we are questioning a lot. We are asking a lot. We are really calling out for answers. Why the delay of naming or conversation for a VC? The third agenda was about electric connectivity. When you go into our hostels, you will find some of the hostels are not access to electricity. Some of the hostels doesn't have bulbs. Some of the hostels doesn't have sockets. This will be proven by some clips that were taken by, I think it was Citizen TV. They went inside, took some proof, because now outside here we can be talking about this theoretical. The reason why we are calling out that there must be constant electric supply is because our comrades depend on electricity to access their network, to access their classes, to access their assignment. All this, to us as comrades, it's a basic need. On the fourth issue was concerning Wi-Fi connectivity. As you stand here, there are hostels that are downwards here and gathers for about 1,000 to 1,200 students. The entire hostel has no access to Wi-Fi. But as you speak today, and I will also take you around, this the administration is doing something. Lately, in 3 days, there should be Wi-Fi connectivity. That one we are waiting for it. And if it doesn't work, my friend, we are not tired. Some of us we might be retiring, but we will not be tired. Then lastly, the issue that was coming out as comrades, not driven by Multimedia University, but driven by the entire university in the Republic of Kenya, is the new funding model. There is no way as a government you can come out today and start classifying us whether I have it or I don't have it. The one equalizer of life is education. And the moment you deny us to access free education, that is the downfall of a society. I want to call upon the government, and I can comment on the president. Mr. President, thank you. You chose me as part of the committee under the new funding model. You placed me specifically under the appeals committee. But either way, I want to say I'm of the contrary opinion to it. Reason number one, in our country, when you go to the sub-county level, that is our MPs, they offer bursaries. When you come to the women rep position, they offer bursaries. When you go to the governor's position, they offer bursaries. When you go up to the level of MCs, they offer bursary. Why can this money be recouped and channeled into the Ministry of the Scholarship so that the education can be free? Why can the entire sum of money that we did, it was roughly about 39 billion. Why that money should be summed up, put into scholarship, put under the ministry, put under the health, and make the entire education free. Say that a maximum of 16,000 per student or every student should be paid. Lastly, on the new funding model, as comrades, we know we are living in a country of corruption. I want to call upon the ministry, CS Julius. I want to call upon the government, Mr. Ruto. We are living in a country that we call it as corrupt. How comes a rich person or a person who is well connected, his student or his son or his daughter is in band 1? But now the sons like us who are of the distance, we do not have any connectivity in this country. We are at the band 5. We cannot access that, we cannot manage to pay the entire fee. Mr. President, Mr. CS, please, as comrades, we are calling you peacefully. I think we have been peaceful enough. We are starting the talks tomorrow at KICC of the new funding model, but just know one thing. We are coming with a contrary opinion. We want all the entire monies that are being splashed and mismanaged from the sub-county level to the national government be recollected and turned into scholarship.